You're watching PNN, the Parody News Network.
Hello and welcome to PNN. I'm Robert A. Fett. We have breaking news at the top of the hour. The Death Star has been destroyed. The technological terror is no more. Details are pouring in as we speak. Let's go right away to our chief Empire correspondent, Anna Ken. Anna, what are you hearing at this hour?
That's right, Robert. The heavily armored space station, which many observers often mistook for a small moon due to its sheer size, has, in fact, exploded. Early reports indicated a standard explosion, but those have now been amended to include a praxis wave. Now, sources tell me that Grand Moff Tarkin was aboard the Death Star when it exploded, but those reports are as yet unconfirmed. And at this hour, Darth Vader's whereabouts are currently unknown. Robert?
Okay, thank you, Anna. The details about this story coming in fast and furious. We're now learning that the Rebel Alliance is claiming responsibility for the Death Star's destruction. A tweet from the Alliance's official Twitter account just moments ago saying, quote, "That's for Alderaan, you jackbooted thugs," with the hashtag Death Star more like Dead Star. For more on just how the rebels might have pulled off such a feat of mass destruction, we go to our structural engineering expert, Dr. Bakbar. Dr. Bakbar, of all the structures in the galaxy, the Death Star seemed most impenetrable. What are you hearing regarding the rebels' method of taking down such a massive station?
That's right, Robert. As you know, the battle station was heavily shielded and carried a firepower greater than half the Imperial Starfleet. But its defenses were designed around a direct, large-scale assault. The information that we're getting at this time indicates the Alliance used small, one-man fighter craft to penetrate the outer defense, and speculation is that they exploited a small thermal exhaust port right below the main port, which led directly down to the reactor system. I've never seen anything like this in my career, and I'm surprised they went with this approach. But a precise hit would have started a chain reaction, which in theory would have resulted in the destruction we witnessed this very evening.
And Dr. Bakbar, I'm guessing that a thermal exhaust port like the one you're describing would have been ray shielded, and am I correct in that assumption?
Yes, you most certainly are, Robert. The target area would have only been about 2 meters wide and ray shielded, as you mentioned, so the one-man fighter in question would have had to use proton torpedoes.
Wow, sounds impossible, even for a computer. Okay, stand by, Dr. Bakbar. We're going to go now to our resident Empire expert, CCPO. CC, what kind of loss of life are we looking at with the destruction of the Death Star?
Yes, well, Robert, as you well know, the Empire has never really been forthcoming with information when it comes to the inner workings of the Death Star. However, many people who have studied it closely have come to the conservative estimate of about 1,148,309 people living and working amongst the Death Star. Of course, with various ships coming and going, we can assume that that number who died in the explosion is a little lower. It's also worth noting that the majority of the people aboard the Death Star were stormtroopers. And because they wore armor, you may theoretically assume that it would have saved at least some of them. However, we all know that stormtrooper armor does not protect anyone from anything. And so we must assume that everyone was lost. Back to you, Robert.
Okay, thank you, Cece. More breaking news. There has been a tweet from Darth Vader's official Twitter account. Now, of course, we have yet to verify whether or not the tweet came from Vader himself or someone operating the account on his behalf. But the tweet says, quote, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger with the Force. Hashtag rebuild the Death Star." We'll try to get confirmation on that before we go off the air tonight. Let's go right now to our chief political correspondent, Shmi Changa, live from Coruscant. Shmi, what kinds of reactions are you hearing from the Galactic Senate regarding the destruction of the Death Star?
Well, Robert, as you know, before the destruction of the Death Star, the big story was that the Emperor had dissolved the Council permanently, saying at the time that the last remnants of the old Republic had been swept away. But as we've been reporting, the vast majority of senators refusing to step down, claiming the emperor doesn't have the authority to dissolve the council. In fact, in what can only be described as an overt act of defiance, the Senate is in session as we speak, and as you can imagine, they are in an absolute uproar tonight over the Death Star's destruction.
Shmi, have you had a chance to speak with any of the senators this evening?
I have, yes. I spoke to many of them as they were coming in and out of the Senate chamber tonight. A Bothan senator I spoke to expressed her support of the rebellion and the destruction of the Death Star. A Gungan senator, Aman Calamari senator, all echoing those sentiments. Now, on the other side of the aisle, the Gamorrean senator, the Nal Hutta senator, the Rhodian senator, all condemning the actions of the Rebel Alliance. Of note, one senator who asked to remain anonymous said, and I quote, "This is the first step toward restoring freedom to the galaxy." Only time will tell if that senator is right. Robert?
All right, reactions very much in line with what we expected. Shmi, thank you. We go live now to our social media correspondent, Ken Obi. Ken, what are you seeing at this hour?
Well, Robert, everyone has seen the tweets that have come in regarding the Death Star's destruction, but take a look at this. This image just appeared on Instagram. We're told that this picture is of Tatooine's Luke Skywalker, and as you can see, he is wearing the Medal of Bravery, also known as the Medal of Alderaan, presented to him, we're told, for his role in the Death Star's destruction. Now, we've yet to confirm several of these details, but the image certainly makes it appear as though this Skywalker is the hero of what is now being referred to as the Battle of Yavin. Robert?
All right, thank you very much, Ken. We'll be checking in with you throughout the evening. Once again, to recap our top story, the Rebel Alliance claiming responsibility for the destruction of the Empire's Death Star. We'll have all the latest updates throughout the evening, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You've been watching PNN, the Parody News Network.